Hey there and welcome back to SnowRunner. Off we go, off we go, off we go. We got two of these over here. Now we really have to find out if there are some over here to the right side. Because we do need two more on a minimum though. Because, you know, later on we probably have a couple of jobs here and there where we do need more steel beams. Although I'm not certain of that. Cargo container 0. That is kind of bad though because we do need 3 cabins. Yeah. Huh. We have to figure out where we can get the cabins from. If not, I'm just going to haul some from the other regions. Although I feel bad about that because those workers still do need to sleep somewhere, right? You know? We cannot just take the homes away that we just made for them. But if we have no other choice. We have no other choice now, do we? Off we go to the swamp. And by the way, I think I'm going to skip this little one because we have done this, I think, in the last episode, like 4 times, 5 times. I will unload it over there, and then we can go for the newer roads though, right? Well, new. Yeah, I think that's a smart choice right now. So the thing about this is right now, right, you know, look at the damage my beautiful TwinSteer did sustain. Hauling by normal driving though, right? You know, normal driving back and forth over this road. Yeah, that's some real wear and tear though, huh, on your truck. That's something you don't want to see on a daily basis though, but in rough terrain like this, oh yo, look at that. 2 points more damage on the suspension. So yeah, you know, like, we are happy that we have our own garage now, don't we? We still have to pay for the spare parts and everything. Not really though, but you know, roleplay wise. And yeah, I mean, we gotta fix this big boy. There's, the gearbox and the wheels are fine though, but the suspension is 1/4 down. The gas tank, a little bit over that. And the engine is also taking some beatings right now, so we gotta be careful about that. Now we can go with the TwinSteer in the swamp. It will be a difficult drive there because of the length and the submerged roads, very deep submerged parts. And then you know how the mud is, right? You know, it's going to lean a little bit too much to the left or to the right, and that might make the TwinSteer very tip heavy. But we will manage though, we will manage if we go there. But we will have to very be careful though, right? You know, like be extra cautious. But I think over there is the only place right now where we can get some steel beams, unless we go to the other map though. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, this is beautiful. Oppa, nice picture. Oh yeah, the slide is strong. Yeah, if we are going to go for the brakes and all that stuff though, we can do that right away. But I think we are going to go for the steel beams first though. And by the way, funny thing, 92% though. Yeah, fixing this mighty factory over here did take us 1% up. But delivering timber was 2%. Kind of strange though, because the job over here was bigger. But a lot more easier though. There we go. Alright. Now let's check out the warehouses. Warehouse. Yeah, there's nothing over there for us. There's nothing over there for us. Warehouse over here. We do have nothing. We have cement bags, which is really nice. Then over here we have some metal rolls, which is really nice. And then by the concrete plant we get some concrete blocks though, because I did deliver a lot. If it's not enough, we can go over here, get some cement and put it over there though. So bricks we can get all the way over here and here, which will be fine. Then metal framing will be over there and there. Will be nice to get those. But I think we really have to go for the metal frames, like Garrett's, fix it up, go through here, then go through here, and then all the way over there. Or go through here, the normal route that we went through, get over here, go there, turn around somehow, and go here. That is going to be a tough nut to crack though, huh? Well, it looks like that we are going to go a couple of times more often though around here. If we still can pick... Yeah, we still can pick up the wood. So that's nice. That is one cabin at least over here. Yeah, we have to do that a couple times though, it seems. And it's a shame that it doesn't read... Oh, there we go. There we go. That's 2 and 3. Okay. 4. Which is nice though. Okay, I was a little bit surprised. Like 5 right over there. That we barely had wood around here. 6. Oh, like a Japanese comedian. Oh, yeah, we have enough though. We have more than enough. Very good, very good, very good. Now we arrived at the swamp though, as you can clearly see. It's not really a swamp. It's more like a bog at this moment though. But anyways, let's go, let's go, let's go. And try to maneuver around here and there. It's not so difficult though, to be very fair with you. The issue is though just the unexpected drop, you know. That is what scares the TwinSteer. Not me though, I'm inside of it, but yeah. Just gotta be careful, right? You know, we gotta be careful. I'm protected. And I'm a dumbass, by the way. Now I have to go here again. Oh, dude, why? Why? Yeah, well, that's okay though. The brick houses on the other side were a little bit easier to get to. But now we have an excuse to go here and grab some wood beams at the same time. Oh, that's demoralizing though. Because the other places were so much easier to get wood from. Oh well, oh well. Oh yeah, I had to check out. I had to check it. It's not a loss though. It could be a proper window. Well, it really depends. If we do need metal beams or bricks, actually, I mean, later on too, right? You know, so that's that. This is super risky with the TwinSteer. Okay, not here apparently, but in general that was super risky. Kind of feel like a kid right now. Hey dad, look, without hands on my bicycle, right? You know, and he's standing still with his legs on the floor. You know what I mean, though. Here we go. Perfect. Can we point this one away, please? Oh, how satisfying will that be to just boink that dead tree away, huh? Just in low gear plus, keep it on there. Most traction, right? You know, with differential lock and all-wheel drive on. Actually, I'm very happy that we have made this mistake. I don't know about you though, but it kind of feels right now, doesn't it? It does feel right somehow. Alright, this is going to cause a little bit of damage if we are not careful, but that's okay. There we go though, 0 damage. Awesome sauce. Oh yeah. Alright, let's go right over there. By the way, we do need to refuel our caterpillar. So that one has to be hauled back towards the garage and then hauled back all the way over here again, I suppose. Well, we could actually set it to the factory. Because, you know, the TwinSteer is also running low. Well, it's running medium right now. But this would probably be a very tight back and forth again, right, to the factory. And I like to avoid that a little bit. So, yeah, the caterpillar to the left has to be placed at the factory where we are. Because that's going to be the artery of our operations. The main artery. Interesting that we have the, you know, like we are making the sewage treatment facility, but we don't need pipes. Interesting, isn't it? A little bit of a strange detail, but off we go. Yeah, that's one break to the left. I will not go there, but there is some wood that I want to get hauling too. And then on the rear we have a metal beam and 2 wood. So that's already 2 cabins technically. So that's very nice. And we do need to find where we can get some cabins actually, right? You know, like some cargo containers. Huh. Because if that is on the other map, then we could just haul the wood over there. You know? And come back with 2 more. That's, you know, like cabins completed. Because the cabin that we do need the other part for, the cargo container in other words, is by the train station. Meaning, super simple hauls. So when we deliver this, we are definitely going to check that one out. Because, you know, it makes a lot more sense. 4 wood after all, right, you know? Are already 2 cabins. And if we are doing it that way... Okay, let's drive forward here so we don't tip. Slightly to the right. Here we go. Whew. So yeah, by that we do actually cut off like 1, 2, 4. Yeah, 4 holes. That's a lot though. That is a lot of time that we might save now if we are going to do it in that way. Nice. Forward thinking does help a little bit here. Nice. Alright, okay. Concrete blocks, bricks is easy mode. Yeah, well, let's set up the caterpillar and all. Always nice when you hit record and hit a tree at the same time, though, huh? Takes special skill at this point. Hoppa, here we are, here we are. Let's go take the wood away. Like, why destruct the house and not give me the wood there under the... the garage, right, you know. I mean, I'd rather see that, but I understand why people don't want to live around here, though, right, you know. It's a little bit too wet, though, right, you know. Like the groceries, once you step out of the car, you're almost drowning, but at the same time, your groceries are just totally soaked, though. I absolutely understand, of course, then. Now, we are going through the swamp once more. Then we are going to go over here, and I think we might take this route over here, though, right, you know. The one that we do normally take right over there. So yeah, this is going to be the interesting one. Because somehow with the Mac Pinnacle, we got stuck over there a lot though. And it has nothing to do with the height of that truck. Because we have done it with different trucks that were even lower than that one, right? You know, I tested some by the sides too, right? You know, in between the episodes. And no issues at all. Now, if the TwinSteer has the same issues, then I'm mightily surprised, but I highly doubt that. Let's put her in low gear plus, low gear, because the water is flying up. So yeah, you know, like we have to think about that too. The Mac Pinnacle is kind of cursed in this region. Not sure why though, but yeah. It has to be something about the Mac Pinnacle though, doesn't it? It's getting pretty late though in the swamps, and I don't want to really spend my night here. Yeah. Better get hauling though, right? You know, better get hauling. No, we were already stuck there 10 times, right? You know, with the Mac Pinnacle, so... This is the cursed region. The cursed road right over here in front of us. What started it all though. So if something goes wrong here, everything might go wrong still. Yep. Well, we did not tip though, but it's better be safe than sorry. I think, yeah, we have to take a right here. Yeah, that looks like the snow that I was thinking of. Is it just me? I know that the TwinSteer is notoriously difficult to drive for most people, because it can be extremely tip heavy. But we have been mastering it now, don't we? I think I have though. Let me know what you think. But let me know your opinion a little bit more. Did we really put it in neutral? Yeah, I did master it though. Let's accidentally put it in neutral instead of high gear. Is it just me, or does it all feel kind of easy mode with this truck? I think it does feel a little bit easy mode with the truck though, doesn't it? It's just like chugging and lugging whatever we try to pull, you know? Nothing can stop us. Unless it's very unbalanced terrain, but, you know, anything than that, it's just like we just keep on going. Let's put the lights on though, it's getting dark. Now hopefully we are making it to the factory before it's nighttime. That might be in a couple of minutes though, right? Because the sun, once it goes down, it's going down though. Don't make the mistake to go up here to the right. I've done that. I just did see right over there. Not in this episode though. Oh yeah. Smooth sailing from here for real. I said smooth sailing, dude! What? I am cursed. I gotta be careful by what I'm saying. Now we have to get the ZigZ over here with a crane, believe it or not. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, this is something else, man. Well, we slept the night at the garage though, so that's nice. We have a daylight again. Hoppa, let's go. Put the anchors out. We really do need it for the TwinSteer, the ride over there. Now, I truly hope though that we can... No, we cannot reach all the other ones though, so that's interesting. Come on, flippity floppity, go right to the right. Why doesn't it move? Strange, we cannot push it a little bit closer towards the right. Isn't that the strangest thing though? Why can it not? Can probably move a lot to the left though, but can we move a lot to the right? I don't think we can. Yeah. Alright, you know what? Let's just do this in a little bit different way. Just like that though. Nice. Now we have to drive it back. Oh, real life crane operators, by the way. That's a joke, by the way. I am not. Alright, so... how are we going to fix this little issue right now? Let's see. We could probably... haul the front over here. Right. Just like that. Lift the big boy up. Put him down. Get some damage in between. Alright. Move a little bit backwards. Change the truck. Pack the cargo. Hoi, 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 hoi. Now we have to drive here to the right side. What a bloody mess, by the way, right? You know what we put ourselves through. Alright, park here. By the way. Handbrake, of course. Change truck. Up there. Activate the crane. Okay, it went smoother than I thought it would be. Man, so unnecessary though, right? You know? We just did boink right on that big rock there in front of us on the road. That's a major issue. But yeah, it seems like in life I'm not allowed to call something easy, because if it's easy, then, you know, in my mind everything goes wrong. That's a real fact right here. Stop the engine. Change the truck. Activate. Ooh, pack cargo, by the way. Unpack and then pack again. Nice. Yeah, it really seems like that, because I mean, with everything in my life, whenever I'm starting to mock it, oh, look at that, that's so easy, right? You know, and everything goes wrong. It's like I am forced to respect every second in my life, because then it's smooth sailing though. Maybe it's meant to humble me. Maybe. Probably. I mean, everything happens for a reason though, right? You know? It's only we that can learn from it, or just deny the opportunity of it. Rather philosophical though, huh? For a trucker. But still. Still. Instead of the art of war, the art of trucking, you know what I mean? Gold Horse Mining, we meet again. I must be their favorite worker right now, because there's no smoke coming from there. Nothing is working here though. So there's probably a foreman with his secretary, you know. Break farming. Okay, what we do need to know right now, which is going to be very important, by the way. Warehouse. No cabin. Warehouse. No cabin. Warehouse. No cabin. Warehouse. No cabin. So that means if we... Let's just stop the engine here. That means actually if we do get all the wood over there. I will double check though if we do need some extra here. If we get all the wood here, that means that I have to haul through 6 cabins. So 3 times back and forth, right? That is bad. I know on the other map we do have wooden planks still in a warehouse. So that will be 1 long haul. And then we have 2 cabins. And that means actually we can skip 1 entire haul. You know what I mean? So... Logical. Logical. With the power of logic, we can do anything that we want. Cabin 1 time. Yeah, it still needs a cargo container though over here too. So that's cool. He had a lot of them over here. So I was like actually like, well, maybe. Technically we only do need 1 because I can steal the cabins from the other place. But, ooh. Was daydreaming there. Technically we could do that though, but it feels really bad though. It's like we are not progressing anymore, you know. So let me go to the garage, let me get some fuel from a different truck, and then we are going to collect some more wood for the cabins. Alright, that's been a little bit of a haul though, by the way. Once you go from Big Salmon Peak towards this location, right? Wait a minute, do we already have 6? Okay, nice though, huh? That's nice. So by Big Salmon Peak, if you go to this region, from there, you actually, how shall I say, pass a wooden house too. So if you don't have 6 here, you don't have to start all the way from the garage over here though. You can just do what I just, well, you know, did this little road over here. Grab the one and then move back over here again though. So that's a nice little bonus though, right? You know, that's a good implementation. Now, I do know that there is another cabin zone. So I'm certain that we will be using the cabin services rather soon again though. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind for the next haul. Now we are going to grab some cargo containers for our first haul. And then we are going to make the cabins. Now we are running low on gasoline though, but right before we go towards Big Salmon Peak, there is actually a service trailer close by, so hopefully we can fuel her up at least to the brim. So we can haul a little bit longer though than half a day, you know what I mean? Come on, big boy. Haul her up in high gear. Beautiful though. Yeah, it might seem a little bit redundant though, right? You know, that we are making the cabins here, but this is the only good place to get these containers. And they are unlimited, by the way. There we go. That's what we do need after all. And it's just an easy haul from here, so it only makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, and off we are. Just an unlucky card though, huh? Alright, so we only need 1 more, 4 concrete blocks and 2 more bricks, believe it or not. Here we are. Yeah. Nice though, very nice. So I'm going to restore the crane. Stop the engine. Change the truck. Take good care of yourself because, you know, you got to. Alright, promise me. See you later. Bye-bye.